Hi everyone. Today we will discuss about the term compensation. Compensation is a systematic approach for providing monetary value to employees for their work. Compensation will be provided for employees in various ways. The term compensation refers to remuneration which is provided to the employees for their work. Compensation will take the various forms. It may in the form of salary, or it may be in the form of wage, or house rent allowance, dearness allowance, medical allowance, CCA, city compensatory allowance. So there are various forms that compensation will take. So according to Gary Dessler, compensation means all forms of pay. Here he has covered the every concepts, all forms of pay or rewards going to employees and arising from their employment and arising from their so you are giving the compensation only for with respect to the conditions of employment, not for anything else. That is called as compensation. Let us will discuss the next concept, labor welfare. Labor welfare is a comprehensive term including various services, benefits and facilities offered to the employees by the employer. See, in this scenario, welfare of the laborers or employees is very important, because unless and until if you are not giving an importance to the welfare of the employees, they will not show the interest in their work. So you need to be give all the types of benefits and services and facilities to the employees. That thing is called as labor welfare. According to Arthur James III, labor welfare means anything done for the comfort and improvement. So you are whatever you are doing uh, for the betterment of the employees, it is only for the their comfort and improvement, intellectual or social, of the employees over and above the wages paid, which is not necessity of the industry. So you are giving or you are paying something extra to the employees for their work only, apart from the wages and salary. That is called as welfare services or welfare facilities. Next concept, discuss objectives of labor welfare. First one is it is very helpful for promoting economic development. See, economic development means the conditions of the workers or the status of the uh, workers has to be increased. So here the workers means, here the only thing is that they are the public. So public development will takes place, because you are giving all the types of facilities for them. So like housing facility, medical facilities, and you are giving hike in salary, and all the types of allowances like bonus, extra payment, their children education allowance, etc., etc. This will leads to economic development. It is very helpful for economic development. Next, second one is it is improving the efficiency. I already told that if you are giving an importance to the labor development or employee development, definitely they are showing the interest in their work. So when they are showing their interest in the work, automatically their efficiency will also increase. That means their productivity will be very high. Next, third one is providing proper human conditions of work and living. So labor welfare will give the uh, good conditions for the working of the workers, and it is very helpful for their increasing the standard of living. Next, fourth one is minimizing hazards. Hazards means uh, removal of chances of occurring accidents in the industry, minimizing the hazards. See, when any person is mentally satisfied, then he will not met with an accident. Those who are working with the machines, if they are mentally satisfied, if they are mentally get disturbed, definitely there will be chances of met with an accident. So any person, if they are working outside, they should have a peace of mind. If there is no peace of mind, there will be chances of uncertainties. Next, fifth one is supplement wages in monetary term. So this is supplement wages means apart from the actual wages and salary, you are giving a supplement to the workers, like house rent allowance, and dearness allowance, and then CCA, city compensatory allowance, and then provident fund, and insurance, gratuity. There are various types of supplement wages that you can provide. That all leads to a labor welfare. Next concept, with a view to protect the interest of the workers, Various compensation and welfare measures have been introduced in India especially. They are: first one, Payment of Wages Act 1936. Payment of Wages Act 19. According to this act, every worker is entitled to get a wage for their work. So if you are not paid a wage to the worker, then you will be under imprisonment, or you will be fined, or you will be punished. So according to that act 1936. Second one is Minimum Wages Act 1948. Minimum Wages Act 1948. According to this act, you have to be pay minimum wage. Below that wage, you will be again once again punished if you are paying below that minimum wage according to that act. Next, third one is Payment of Bonus Act 1965. So according to this act, you have to pay the bonus to the workers. So if you are highly profit oriented, then you have to be give a bonus at this special occasion. Next, fourth one is Equal Remuneration Act 1976. So according to this act, it is very high alert act that you should pay equal remuneration to all the workers. You should not show discrimination. That means top level workers, they should have their own salary level. Middle level workers, they are having their own salary level. Lower level workers are having their own salary level. Next, fifth one is Employees State Insurance Act 1948. According to this act, all the workers are eligible or entitled to get an insurance. So we should provide them an insurance facilities. Okay. So according to this act, if that worker is met with an accident or he got died, then insurance has to be go to their nominee. So like that, there are various formalities well there. According to that, they are getting the benefits. Next, Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. See, there are some difference between gratuity and provident fund. Gratuity is a lump sum amount given by the company to the workers, just like an honorarium at the last moment, or at the time of retirement. That is a gratuity. Provident fund is it is also a amount which is given by the employer to the employees on a 50-50 basis. Like during his service, provident half of the amount will be contributed by employee, and another half of the amount will be contributed by employer. So employer and employees contribution will be there. So that fund is called as provident fund. So gratuity act, according to gratuity act, you need to be pay the gratuity. Next, seventh one is Employees Provident Fund Act 1952. According to this act, all the employees should get an provident fund from the company. Next, last one, Workmen's Compensation Act 1923. According to this act, all the workers are entitled to get an compensation for their work. All the workmen should get an compensation. Thank you.